All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Harachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect and to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, because they shall arise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer, because he's come to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. My name is Micah Allah Ben Gad Ben Yasharala with the Church of Philadelphia camp here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Once again, come back at you with another one. All right, and as the title says, King Solomon, in his ability to rule, lead a stiff-necked nation, which that's what you Israelites are, stiff-necked. So, a man is quick to want to try to be a leader. First of all, the Lord has to call you, has to be inside of you for you to obtain that type of knowledge. And it came to King Solomon in a dream, and he didn't ask for riches. He didn't ask for anything like that. He just asked for knowledge, man, to lead you Negroes, which King Solomon was one form of Yahushua, one of Yahushua's many reincarnations. And it shows because Yahushua was promised the kingdom. Going back to Adam, like Adam was given everything. He named all the animals, all the animals came to him and everything to be named to, everything. And that's wisdom, Yahweh gave Yahushua the blueprint, and then Yahushua had his 144,000 men, which were elected, from the beginning of time. That's how deep this goes, so this ain't that's why you got that Christian doctrine, where they talk about, you just come to the Lord and confess him with your heart. Nah, man, the Lord chose you. You didn't choose him. So you had to be elected the same way. That's just like you said, oh, we came to this president. No, them presidents were selected, man. All right, they got you in a trick bag thinking that you're controlling anything. But the first scripture I want to bring out, since I'm on this topic, because Solomon was one reincarnation of Yahushua, and Yahushua told us when he came here that the kingdom of heaven is within inside of you. All right? And how is that? Because you got that spirit on you. You have that understanding, you have that compassion. As the scriptures tell you, put on as the elect, and it gives you the characteristics. That's what that's what the Lord is looking for, and I would say Shalaka. It says they have those characteristics. All right. And matter of fact, that's what I was thinking of. It says the meek shall inherit the earth. Okay. The ones that truly care. All right. So this is Luke chapter 17. I'm gonna start at verse 20. Okay. It says, and when he was demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, because them people thought that we could just watch for it, we could do this, or it's going to come out the sky and all that. No, the kingdom of heaven, the Lord, just like Yahweh Shah was put right in front of your faces, that's the same way the kingdom of heaven is coming. The kingdom of heaven is here because it's inside of the men. And people, what do? They deny the kingdom of heaven through their lies, their philosophies. So when a man is in that right spirit of Yahweh Shai, the same spirit that Yahweh Shai has, his men has. So if you're not in that spirit, well, if you're in that spirit, the world is going to hate you. They're going to hate you. They're going to look down upon you. But those are the same things that Yahweh Shai had to go through, because this wasn't his kingdom. His kingdom is coming. All right, so let's read this again. This is Luke 17 and verse 20. It says, And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, now these were the wicked scribes and Pharisees, all right? It says, when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here, nor lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you. All right, so like, men, like, right, even right now, man, the kingdom of heaven is right here in front of your faces, and the men has to be delivered. You know, that's, and I'm talking about the elect, all right? The 144,000 men that was chosen from the beginning of time, man, you know, to be governors of the kingdom. That's where it starts, you know, and like I says, you know, in the scriptures say, man, a whole nation was taken into captivity. And it's history throughout the scriptures to show you that. All right, but King Solomon, like I'm saying, but with King Solomon, with him, that was a glimpse of the kingdom of heaven and that time period. Okay, meaning that was a time of peace. You know, all the other nations coming to him for wisdom and understanding because he surpassed every king on the earth with riches, knowledge, and everything. Why? Because that was Yahweh, and Yahweh gave it to him. Did he go off? Yes, he did. But is he a man of the Lord? Yes, he is. Like I said, that's Yahweh, man. You know, so he ran that race and he got it. You know, eventually you get it right. But let's go here. All right. So let's go to 1 Kings chapter 4 and start at verse 20. All right. It says, Judah, Yahweh, and Israel, Yasharallah, were many it was many as the sand which is by the sea, and multitude eating and drinking and making merry. All right. Did not the Lord tell us this? That he told that to Abraham, you know, that he was going to multiply his seed as the sand on the sea and all that. All right. So that's what Yasharallah is, man. Because before we were few in number, but now we're great in number. All right, with what? Procreating, spreading. That's how he told Ephraim. What Ephraim name mean is to be fruitful. So he told us to be fruitful and multiply. All right. It says, and Solomon reigned over all kingdoms, from the river unto the land of the Philistines, and unto the border of Egypt. They brought presents. You see that? They brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life. You see that? That's the glimpse of the kingdom, because all these nations are going to bring us their gold, their silver, you know, presents, because they're going to worship you, you know. And this was Solomon, which, like I said, is Yahweh in one of his reincarnations, man. You know, all you gotta do is read. That's what this book is about. It's about prophecy. It's about wisdom. It's about understanding. You know, and you pray to the Heavenly Father to give you that insight and that knowledge, the same way that Solomon did. You know, and it came through that dream. You know, but you know, you got men that like I said, they see men like, you know, you see the apostles and elders and bishops. You know, righteous men. All right. Starting with the apostles. All right. Because you got a lot of men that come and go, you know, and you gotta take a lot of things into consideration. But see that compassion, that's a part of the kingdom of heaven, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash had passion on us, you know, mercy, grace. All right, but you got men that abuse it, you know. But King Solomon, all the days of his life. So now when he comes back this time, all right, the nations are going to do that forever and ever and ever more. You know, coming. They're going to bring gifts. They're going to bring this. They're going to bring that. They're going to want that knowledge, that wisdom that we possess, which is going to be instilled in us on our inward parts. All right, with the high holy days, the land Sabbaths, you know, the high holy days, the new moons. That's going to be like clockwork to you, and that's what really makes the earth go around, man. You know, that's what the Lord intended from the beginning. All right, and King Solomon possessed this knowledge. Also, you had even Joseph. You know, all the prophets possess, you know, certain knowledge that the Lord gives them, you know, to be able to prophesy. And that's the spirit that they put on them. But anyway, Salakia, I ain't trying to run. I'm going to keep going. It says, in Solomon's provision For 1 day was 30 measures of fine flour and 60 measures of meal. 10 fat oxen and 20 oxen out the pastures, and 100 sheep, Slakia, and 100 sheep beside hearts, the roebucks and fallow deer and fatted fowl. So he had a lot of animals, man. Okay. It says, for he had dominion over all the rain on this side the river, from Tiphsah even to Azah, over all the kings of this side the river. And he had peace on all sides round about him. All right. And what does the word Yasharala mean? City of peace, man. You know? All right. So check it out, man. You see on all the animals that he had. Hold on. Let me get this. Hold on. See it. Here we go. Con. Check it out. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2. Now, this is the back of my statement with well, true statement, but the back of the statement where Solomon named all the animals. And look at this right here, what we just read. Okay, it says I'm gonna read this again. This is 1 Kings chapter 4 and verse 22. It says, and Solomon's provision for 1 day was 30 measures of fine flour and 60 measures of meal, 10 fat oxen and 20 oxen out of the pastures, and 100 sheep, besides hearts and roebucks and fallow deer and fatted fowl. For he had dominion, see that? Just the point. For he had dominion over all the rain of this side of the river, from Tiphsah even unto Azah, over all the kings on this side of the river, and he had peace all this on all sides round about him. And it tells you that Yahweh is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, man. Underneath Yahweh, he's the ultimate king over everything. All right, so that's showing you that was Yahweh, and on top of that, his reign. Now check this out. This is why he had dominion over all of them. This is Genesis chapter 2, start at verse verse 18. All right. This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. It says, and Yahweh power said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And out of the ground, Yahweh power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. All right, so this is how you know that this Yahweh, like I said, going back into 1 Kings 4 and 23. All right, he had dominion over all these animals. All right, so the Lord sent these animals to Yahweh, which was Adam. And now I just seen a video earlier today, which you have these damn Edomites, because the truth is always going to come out. But they said they found a skeleton. Of course they always do the DNA and everything because knowledge is increased and all that. But now they're saying, how they got in the churches with that Edomite looking dude that comes from the Renaissance era, and they said that's Adam and Eve with the nakedness and the serpent, and they're trying to eat off a tree, which they said is fruit and all that, the bull crap, but now the truth is coming out. Now they're saying Adam was a man that looks like us, like my complexion, and the other Israelites with the same complexion. They're saying he was a dark-skinned man. And on top of that, not just on top of that, they had a beard on him, which is lawful, because we're supposed to have beards on our faces. That's required of us as an Israelite man. All right. The only people that don't have beards on their faces is women and children. All right. Women and children. So you're commanded, like you're supposed to grow your beard. Like a lion. A lion has a beard, a mane. That's it. That's this right here. The female lions, they don't have that. That's how you tell the difference. All right. But Babylon, this is the place of confusion, so they try to mix everything up. All right. But Solomon had this great wisdom to lead you stiff-necked Negroes, and all nations came to Solomon. You know, all nations came to Solomon for his wisdom and his understanding, and that's going to be the same thing in the kingdom, because every Israelite on this planet is going to have slaves. They're going to be over them. You know, they're going to be over their slaves, and their slaves are going to come to them for knowledge of the scriptures. How do you keep the land Sabbath? How do you do this? Because the right now the land is not yielding what it's supposed to. The increase, because it was cursed, going all the way back to Genesis with Cain and Abel. When Cain slew Abel, man, Cain was a disrespectful MFer, man. So he slew his brother because why? Because his brother's sacrifice, which was the meat sacrifice, was accepted, and Cain's wasn't. Because why? He was disrespectful. He knew the truth, so you want to bring what you want to bring to the Lord. No, you don't do that. And that's the same spirit that Esau has on him now. All right. And they try to put that same spirit on our people. That's why King Solomon had King Solomon had the knowledge to run everything. That's why all the nations came to him for wisdom. They couldn't shake him. But did he go off? Yes, he did. But like I said, he's a man of the Lord. All right. Because that was the flesh at that time. That's why when he came in the flesh as Yahweh, that was the end of the race for him. And he ran it perfectly, and he got all that shit off of him. So let's go back to 1 Kings chapter 4, and and then like it says with verse 23, it says the 10 fattened oxen and 20 oxen, 20 oxen out of the pasture, and 100 sheep besides hearts and roebucks and fallow deer and fatted fowl. That was meals. That's how you're gonna be in the kingdom. You want to have feasts, man. Fresh. This is a king. And this was required every day, man. That's what kings do, to feed everybody and what he has dominion over his people, man. Hold on, man. This dumbass freaking what's that? Chrome bull crap keep coming up. But anyway, going back to 1 Kings chapter 4 and verse 24 says, for he had dominion over all the rain on this side of the river, from Tisha even to Azar, over all the kings on this side the river, and he had peace on all sides round about him. So that's how you know, man, that's going to be the kingdom. We're not going to study war no more. And this is just a glimpse of the kingdom when Solomon was reigning. All right. Because he had that knowledge to keep that peace. King David was a bloody man because he went to war and everything, So he wasn't able to build the temple. So the Lord Yahweh gave it to Solomon to be able to build that second temple. And that's why when Yahweh Shah came, he said he's going to build the temple, rebuild the temple in 3 days, man. And what's the temple? That's talking about us, man. Lord's want to be a part of that number, but starting with his elect. Every member of the elect is stones towards that building, But it says, verse 25, it says in Judah and Israel, which is northern and southern. It says in Judah and Israel dwelt safely, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, from Dan, which they trickled into the rest of the nations of Israel. All right, the tribes, so to speak. It says, even from Beersheba, all the days of Solomon. So, just imagine now, I'm telling you, this is a glimpse of the kingdom right here. So you want to know what the kingdom's going to be like? All you got to do is read about King Solomon, and his wisdom, his understanding, which the Lord gave to him, Yahweh. All right. Right now, we're going through it here because this is punishment for us. But, this should give you comfort. That's what the scriptures is for, to give you comfort in what's to come. All right. We already going through hell, so man, this is our hope right here, and this is all we have, and this is all we need. All right, that's why we read these scriptures daily, man. It says, in Judah and Israel dwelt safely, every man, back to 1 Kings chapter 4 and 25. And Judah and Israel dwelt safely, every man under his vine, under his fig tree, for his land and everything, man. From Dan even to Beersheba, all the days of Solomon. And Solomon had 40,000 stalls of horses. This is riches right here. This is true riches. It's 40,000 stalls of horses for his chariots and 12,000 horsemen. And those officers provided victuals for King Solomon. And what's victuals? That's the things that you need. That's your essentials. All right. It said for King Solomon, because a king gets the finest of everything. All right. Before kings, you go back to what? You got the books of Judges, right? First and second Judges, because that's what it was. And you're still going to have judges when we're in our kingdom, to be able to judge the people. Why? How are you going to judge the people? Through the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. The same way these people have their laws, their little statutes and commandments from state to state and all that. Which Babylon is. This is the heart, or what you say, the nucleus of this queendom. Throughout the whole world. Babylon has the dominion right now, just like Rome had the dominion. You had Egypt had the dominion. You had the Greeks had the dominion. The Persians, the Babylonians. You had all those people that had the dominion, and everybody had to follow underneath of their rulership. But certain kingdoms that they allowed us to still practice, our laws, statutes, and commandments and our heritage. But here in Babylon, they don't allow none of that. That's why this place is going to fall very, very harshly. But see, when King Solomon was in control, everybody had to do with our thing, our customs. All right. That's why they came to him for wisdom. Okay. It says, and those officers provided victuals for King Solomon and for all that came unto King Solomon, table every man in his month, they lack nothing. See that? They lack nothing. So when Yahushua comes back and he's in control of the kingdom, we're going to lack nothing. All right? Everything that, man, beyond your wildest dreams, the Lord knows what you want. The Lord knows what you need, and you're going to get that. Just got to be patient, man. And go through the things that you have to go through, because all it's doing is purifying you. It's not breaking you down. It's supposed to break you down, mentally and spiritually, to burn off all that impurity on yourself, to make you more pure, to be presentable to the bridegroom, man. So you gotta go through it. Verse 28. It says barley also and straw for the horses. Your animals are going to be well taken care of. It says in dromedaries brought they unto the place where the officers were, every man according to his charge. You see that? Every man according to his charge. It says, and the Most High gave Solomon wisdom and understanding, exceeding much in largeness of heart, which is your mind, even as the sand that is on the seashore. So King Solomon had the greatest wisdom on the planet. And what's that? What we're learning, what the Lord gave to us, what the Lord gave to Adam in the beginning. Because Adam, was Yahushua, King Solomon was Yahushua, Melchizedek, these were many of his reincarnations, man. So the Lord gave him all that. All right. It says, verse 30. It says, and Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the East country and all the wisdom of Egypt. And that's what the Lord, what he said, he's, hey, Shalom, bro. Yo, the Lord is giving us that wisdom again. Like I was watching a video with Apostle of Amlab, he's out there with the Dallas camp, the brothers out there. And they was going into things. I remember Elder Yashawamba was speaking on, he said, man, they did I guess it was a whole lesson or whatever on going into the roaches and the significance of like the roaches, everything that the Lord creates and it has a purpose. All right. Now you just squash them and you do this, what I'm saying? Like everything. That's why this place is so effed up. And the animals is coming out of they're leaving their natural habitats, because they're effing up everything, man. You know, that's how I know they're unrighteous. That's why they came to Solomon, and that's going to be the same thing, but they're going to do in our kingdom, man, which is Yahweh's kingdom. All right, which is going to be a world without end. You know, this was just a glimpse of it right here. You know, what we're reading right now in 1 Kings, the 4th chapter. You know, this was just a glimpse of what's to come. You know, what it said, what was before is for our learning, our understanding. You know, that's why we read about it and we hope for it. If it happened before, it's going to happen again. All right. All the kingdoms came and fell, but yo, we're waiting. You know, that's why it says we got next. We're the ones to wait for. You have to patiently wait for these things. You have to suffer the same way Yahweh Shah suffered. You know, but he showed us how to get through it. You know, but it says, you know, when Yahweh said the wisdom of Egypt, it says, matter of fact, Salaki, let's read this again. 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 30, it says, and Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt. And are we not back in Egypt? So we have more knowledge than them. We understand the land Sabbaths. We understand what's going on. You know, because the Lord gave us the prophecies. You know, his men. All right? And that's why we have that's the reason why that they really want to come. They're coming for the elect, man. That's who they want. All right. They want this wisdom to be destroyed, but you can never ever get rid of the wisdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Arachak. Believe that. All right. Their wisdom, which the scriptures tell you, man, the wise men of Edom, you going to take it from them. But he gave you what he gave you for you to rule at your time, and all you did was F everything up, man. So now the rulership has to come back for the rightful owners of this place. Which it tells you in what's that, Second Ezra? Let's see, 4 or 5, and it says, matter of fact, let me find it real quick. I don't want to butcher it. Second Ezra, bear with me real fast. Yo, the Wadi Abbas, that's the Second Ezra, chapter 6. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start verse 56, man, just to give you a little substance with it. This is Second Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 66. It says, as for the other people which also come of Adam, which we were just speaking on from the beginning, which was Yahweh, because you know you had the Adamites as well, so it wasn't just one man. You know, that story goes back to the Adamites, which was the ones formed from the ground, but out of the whole story, the Lord chose one, which it tells you right here. All right, it says, Second Ezra 6 and 54, it says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord over all thy creatures. Now it's talking about the Israelites, right? Which we're reading, and that's what Solomon had the dominion over. And going back to Adam, which all the animals came to him, and Yahweh sent the animals to Yahweh to see what he was going to name them, and they still got that name to this day, man. All right. It says, back in Second Ezra 6 and 54, it says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. See that? Going into the elect and the Israelites. All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou hast made us the world for our sakes. You see that? The Lord made the world for our sakes. Okay? It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us, which they call that dude Lord Rothschild. I think that's Jacob Rothschild. They call him Lord Rothschild. You know, and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this content? How long shall this endure? You know? So Ezra was asking, like, damn, Lord, like, You know, Ezra know about King Solomon and all that, man. You know, because the prophets, they read, man. They giving this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, man. All right. So he's like, damn, when we going to get it? But check it out. Because he knew about this right here. So going to verse 31, it says, for he was wiser than all men, than Ethan, the Ezrahite, and the Heman, Salaki, and Heman, and Kalkal, and Darda, the son of Mahal, and his fame was in all nations round about. And did not the Lord say that he's going to give you fame in a land that you will put to shame? Just trust and believe in him. All right. And yo, he did that to Solomon, yo, because Solomon was King David's son. All right. The next up, but damn, man, Salakia, because it slips my mind, but Solomon's brother, he was trying to get in there, but it wasn't meant for him. All right. So the Lord, like, nah, he shut that down. All right. But that's why Solomon was given the fame too. All right. Because he was promised this. Okay. It says, and he spake 3,000 and he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. God damn. And yo, proverbs are deep sayings. They're wise sayings. You know? Like you speaking proverbs. They're like you know how rappers be like metaphors, so to speak. You know, which are deep sayings, man. Which like you comparing something to something else, you know, but it's a deep saying and it's wise, it's wisdom. Just read the book of Proverbs, man. You know, Solomon wrote that. You know, and it tells you all about those women because he was wise on that. He was wise in a lot of things, man. The wisest man on the planet. All right, because Yahweh gave him that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding. All right, check it out, verse 33. It says, and he spake of trees, from the cedar tree that is in Lebanon, even unto the hyssop that springeth out of the wall. He spake also of beasts and of fowls. And yo, did not Yahweh Shah do that? When he was talking to certain people, he spoke those parables, those proverbs, you know? And the people their mind was blown. And Yahweh Shah had to break it down to his disciples, which became the apostles, you know? So this is wisdom, because everything came to be named by Adam, which was going to and Solomon was Adam, you know, in a different reincarnation, going all the way to Yahweh Shah. So they spoke the same thing and said that the spirit of the prophets is subject to the spirit of the prophets, man. It's nothing new, man. You know, and when Yahweh Shah came into Yahweh Shah, he was given all things, all knowledge, all wisdom, all understanding to talk to our stiff-necked, hard-necked people, man. You know, it says he also spake of beasts and of fowl and of creeping things and of fishes. And there came of all peoples, here we go, and there came of all people to hear the wisdom of Solomon from all kings of the earth, which had heard of his wisdom. All right. And yo, you're going to have this same wisdom in the kingdom, man. You know, because all nations are going to come. Whoever the Lord appoints you over, you're going to be their God. You're going to be their king, you know, and they're going to come to you to get this understanding, which is given to Israel. It's not given to any other nation. Why do you think this place is being ran the way it's under? You know, the Lord, the world has to come under new management, which that management is Yasharallah, man. Starting with Yahweh Shah. All right, King David, then the elect, man. All right, those men that's going to go and get that wisdom, the understanding, and all that, man. All right, you know. Matter of fact, let's go to verse chapter 5 too. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump back to chapter 3 of 1 Kings. All right, going into Solomon, man. Solomon was heavy dude, man. All right, I get hyped, man, so I'm talking a little fast. Forgive me, because when it comes to these scriptures, man, you just, hey, man, check it out. All right, so this is 1 Kings chapter 3, start at verse 1. Goes when we go to verse 15. But it says, and Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David until he had made an end of building his own house and the house of Yahweh and the house of the Lord of Yahweh. You know, like I said, Solomon was given the blueprint and everything to build that second temple. All right, which the third temple who's going to build that Yahweh shah. You know, so hey man, your spirit never changes from the beginning when it was given to you. Okay, it says, "And the wall of Jerusalem round about only only the people sacrificed in the high places, because there was no house built unto the name of Yahweh until those days." All right. So the first temple got destroyed. Matter of fact, I got that written down. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but we want to keep reading. It says, "And Solomon loved Yahweh, walking in the statutes of David, his father. Only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places." You know, because King David, Malak Dawad, was after what? He was a man after Yahweh's only heart, man. So King Solomon walked in the same steed, all right? The same way that the elect is doing the same thing right now. They're walking in the same spirit, the same steed as Malak Dawad and Malak Solomon, man. Shalamah, you know? Walking in that steed, all right, to please who? Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem Haracha HaKodash. So that knowledge and that wisdom could be given unto you. All right, check it out. It says, "And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there for Salakia." It says, "For that was the great high place, 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon that altar." God damn. So he loved the Lord, man. All right, he loved Yahweh. Still does. It says in Gibeon, the Lord, Salakia, Yahweh Bashim appeared to Solomon in a dream. See that? Now, this is when Solomon asked for that that wisdom to lead you stiff-necked Negroes, man. When I say Negroes, I'm talking to both tribes, both kingdoms, northern and southern, man. All right? Because you hard-headed, man. You could tell Jake all day, and they'll sit there, yup, and still go do the same dumb shit. Why you think Yahweh Shah had that gray hair at a young age, dealing with you and all the other things that was on his mind and everything that he had to do, you know? So, hey, man, this is no joke, man. It takes a very disciplined man to deal with the stiff-necked people as Israel, man. You know? But check it out, verse 6. It says, where we at? Verse 5, it says, "In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and the Most High said, ask what I shall give thee." All right. It says, "And Solomon said, Thou hast shewed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy," which the Lord did that. All right. Because the Lord could have put David to death for that one act of adultery and amongst other things that he did. But the Lord had favor in David because David really loved Yahweh, man. All right. It says, "According as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee, and thou hast kept him from this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day." Damn. Which that's Yahweh Shah, man. You know? This is a righteous prayer in a dream, man. You know? It says, "And now, O Yahweh, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child." Right? "I know not how to go out or come in." You see that? That's so humble, man. You know, because we're all children, man. None of us is grown, man. We're all children of Yahweh, man. Right? It says, "And our servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart," which is your mind, "to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad." That's righteous, man. Because you got niggas out here that just, I know him and he did this. No, you got to be able to judge, man. You know? Which, coming into the kingdom, you're going to be doing that. All Israelites. You know, amongst whoever the Lord, but in the kingdom, you're going to get it right. You know? Now you got righteous judge, you got wicked judges. You know, you want to be righteous now. All right, so the Lord will try to be righteous as you can, not over righteous, but just ask for that righteous spirit, man. You know, and be able to judge and ask for the right things to be able to lead, man. You know, first of all, start with yourself. All right, because how could you rule somebody else if you can't even rule yourself? You got to have that discipline. All right, and you got to show that. You know, you just can't be running all over the place thinking you could tell anybody anything because they're going to look at you like, yo, this nut-ass nigga, man, I'm not listening to this guy. Look at him. He can't even control himself. He can't even rule his own spirit. You know? So you got to have self-discipline, man. Starts there, all right? It says, for who is able to judge this thy great Salakia? Who is able to judge this thy so great a people? And the speech pleased Yahweh that Solomon had asked this thing. And the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing and hast not asked for thyself long life, which men did, neither hast asked riches for thyself, which some men did, nor has asked the life of thine enemies. Oh, he just wanted to please the Lord, man. You know, because that's a wise move, man. Straight up, that's a wise move to have that type of compassion for people. Because you see the condition of them, man. Like Israel, even to this day, man. You gotta have that same compassion because the Lord has that compassion on you, man. He brought you out of darkness into the truth. So you should have that same compassion on a fellow Israelite, man. No matter how effed up they are, like you can't change them. But you're like, hey, man, you leave it to the Lord. But you say what you gotta say. Wipe the dust off your feet if they don't get it. All right. But it says, nor hast thou asked for the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment, which the ultimate judge is Yahweh. And he knows how to bring that judgment. And when he brings it, he's going to bring it. All right. Because look how long he sit back. Look how patient he's been. You know? That's a patient power, man. I mean, he could easily just wipe everything off the face of this earth, man. Be like, you'll know what the hell with everything. I'll start over. Because he has the power to do that. But by his word, he can't do it because he's a man of his word, man. You know? It says, behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart. I said, your mind, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. Come on, man. Shah, man. You know, this is one of his reincarnations, man. It says, and I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked. Yo, that's how merciful the Lord is, man. Because according to John chapter 14, 13 to 14, it tells you. Matter of fact, let's get it real fast. All right. Because you asked, it said, ask and ye shall receive, you know. John chapter 14, verse 13. And it's Yahweh's words, man. Look, because they're in the red. All right, see that? This is John chapter 14, starting at verse 13. It says, and whatsoever ye ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. All right. So that's when you pray. You're supposed to pray to Yahweh Hashem outside, man. And you ask for righteous things, man. Okay. That's what you're supposed to ask for. Not no BS. All right. So where we at? Hold on. We use a 5. No, hold on. 3. Salakia. Forgive me. So this is First Kings chapter 3 again. Where we leave off at? All right, at verse 13. Verse 13. This is First Kings chapter 3, verse 13. It says, "And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor." See that? Both riches and honor, what you're going to get. All right. So that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. All right. So nobody could touch Solomon's wisdom, nothing, man. It's just riches, none of that, man. That now they talk about, Musa, Mansa, all this crazy shit. No, King Solomon was him. All right. King Solomon was him, man. There's no getting around that. All right. It says, "And if thou wilt walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments," which, the Lord always tell you that, man. He tells every king that. All right. Don't go off. It says, "And if thou wilt walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days." And Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, and offered up burnt offerings and offered peace offerings, and made a feast to all his servants, man. Come on, man. King Solomon was him. All right, you can even go into First Kings 2. You know what I'm saying? 5 from 1. All the way down. I know I've been on here for a little bit, so I ain't going to drag it on. But I want to bring out this one, last scripture. But you can read First Kings chapter 5, 1 through 15. Furthermore, going to the wisdom, man, that the Lord gave Solomon. All right, because we can go all night with this one. Solomon, like I said, Solomon was him. So let's go to 2 Chronicles, okay, chapter 9 and verse, where we at? We're going to start at verse 22. 22 and 23, all right? It says, "And King Solomon passed all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom." Like I said, King Solomon was him, all right? He still is him, because it's Yahushua. It says, "And King Solomon passed all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom, and all the kings of the earth sought the presence of Solomon." So, in our kingdom, which is Yahushua's kingdom, the kings now, they're going to be slaves, man, all right, underneath you, okay? Starting with the elite of this place, and the Edom and all that, all the way down to the lowest one, man. All right, they're going to be your slaves, okay? It says, "And all the kings of the earth sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom that the Most High had put in his heart. And they brought every man his presents, vessels of silver and vessels of gold, and raiment, harnesses, and spices, horses, and mules, a rate year by year." All right, so they did it every single year. "And Solomon had 4,000 stalls of horses and chariots, and 12,000 horsemen." All right, it's reiterating. It says, "Whom he bestowed in the chariot cities, and with the kings at Jerusalem." All right. So look, man, that's a glimpse of the kingdom, and that's how it's going to go down, man. You're going to have that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding, and all the nations that look down on you and talk crazy about you and call you bywords and all that. They're going to praise you, man. They're going to praise you. All right. And it's starting with the elect, man. So just listen. Stay focused, all right? Leave these damn whores alone, man, and focus on the Lord and focus on the kingdom, because the time is at hand where all hell's about to break loose, which is already starting. Jacob's trouble is here and everything. All right, focus on the kingdom, man. All right, and that's the goal, to keep you, that should be your motivation to move forward and not bow down to this kingdom that's falling. So Lord's willing, this was edifying. You got something out of it. It makes sense. So with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem HaRachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth. Honors and salutations to the elect. Until the next lesson, I'm going to say Mawafa Baba Ba and Kwam Yasharala. Shalom, stay strong, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Shalom.